Good afternoon, pastors and leaders in Central Region. I wanted to express to you from my heart my sincere appreciation for the strength and courage you have shown during this COVID-19 season. We've been praying for you and your church, and I've been very encouraged to hear stories of what's happening among our churches in this season. Today in our May newsletter, I've addressed two questions. The first being, what is the Lord saying in this season? And I share several things that God's been speaking to my heart, and you can read about my thoughts on that question. The second question, though, I want to address today is, what will the church look like in the coming days? This week in the state of Iowa, our governor has said that people can go back to worship services, and our phone's been ringing off the hook because pastors have a lot of questions. Well, we've all anticipated getting back to public meetings. We understand that there's bigger questions to be addressed. And so I'd like to encourage you to think about discussing with a team of your leaders how you're going to address this new season. Here are 5 things I'd like you to think about. First of all, adapting methods. How will you be receiving offerings in your services? People are touching the money. People are touching envelopes. Secondly, how will you do communion at your church? And are you passing the plate? Are you giving individual elements rather than passing the elements down the aisles? How will you do greeting times at the church? And of course, important to all of our churches is, how will you minister to kids if there's this social distancing limitation? Those are all important things that we're going to have to adapt in the coming days. Second thing I'd like you to think about is the cleaning of your facilities. I appreciate our church janitors, but many of them have been used to toilet bowl cleaner and Windex for the windows and a dusting cloth, but there's probably more thorough procedures you need to be thinking about and enacting in this season. And so making a safe environment for your volunteers and your participants and your guests that will be coming to your church. Another thing I'd like to encourage you on, the third point, is community outreach. I've been very encouraged to hear stories from around the region of churches and leaders who have found new ways to meet a need in their community. Those needs aren't going away anytime soon. And I know that your influence has expanded by the love and care and kindness you have shown in your community. So cheer on and keep that up. The fourth thing is streamlining your services. When all of us were thrust into this world of online services a little over a month ago, it was interesting seeing that evolve over the last several weeks. And many of you have learned how to kind of cut out the fluff, the things that we've added to services over the years that really don't matter, and getting it down to the basics, the most important things. And I think it's sharpened all of us on how we can do a service together and really honor the Lord. And so I encourage you to keep that simplified format. People have adjusted with you, and so let's not go back. And then the last thing, the fifth thing, is technology upgrades. I am so grateful for all of those that have enacted online giving. That's required a whole new learning curve for many of us. And then streamlining being online with your services, Facebook Live or YouTube. I've been watching how many of you have grown in producing a really high quality service. And so we want to encourage you to keep that up. We've heard many stories of churches of 35 that are having 300 viewers every week. Matter of fact, one of our churches of 35 people received a check recently in the mail from somebody who tuned in from Arizona. Sent a $1,000 check. And so I want to tell you that listenership is up. And so to say, well, when we start meeting again, we don't have to worry about being an online service. But you're going to reach more people by keeping your services online in the days to come. And then people that are traveling can still connect with you as a local church. So long term, I just encourage you to consider staying online in the coming days. We've been praying for God to give you wisdom in these days. And I'm going to continue to pray with you that God will give you the understanding of the day we're living in and what you're to do. So God bless you from Central Region. We love you and are praying for you.